What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and y'all, it's about to be real messy and real foolish. So I didn't even realize how foolish I was till I went to somebody else's channel, and they were like putting me in timeout and sitting in the corner and all kinds of stuff. Like the video as the intro plays because we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
One, please. When you reach out to me, make it make common sense, please.
I make it make sense. Are you being nice tonight?
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
That is a man hand. That's a man hand. Hey, the pressure changed to y'all. Only a man knows what a man needs.
Oh, I wonder who Will was for Halloween. You think Will was Miss Kitty for Halloween? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I told y'all it was going to be foolish, and it is. Let's start with this oil painting of Phaedra. This is a full-on oil painting of Phaedra Parks. Phaedra has decided, y'all remember when she used to, dress like she was going to church every day with the prayer cloth and everything else, and then she would be at the beach in a thong? Well, Phaedra has decided at this point in her life that she wants to be Portia. Now, Phaedra is, she's a pretty lady, but she's not Portia, but she does her best Portia impression every chance she gets. And this oil painting is no different at all. The crazy part is people now do so much with makeup. You end up looking like each other, basically. This, y'all, is not another oil painting of Phaedra. This is Miss Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton was supposed to be dressing as a Bratz doll, but instead she dressed as Phaedra Parks, unbeknownst to her. And what's hilarious is she actually put this picture up herself on her Instagram. But before I could screen grab everything, looky, it's not on there anymore. She did not like the comparison to a Miss Phaedra Parks, and she took the photo down. Why would she do this, y'all? How did she not look in the mirror and know I'm giving an oil painting of Phaedra? Both don't even, I can't. Tell me that's not the same person. Tell me that this is not the same woman. Now, it's the makeup. What is it? Like the overdrawn Kim Zolciak lips. It's a lot. But this is definitely Tamar Braxton. I'm sorry. That's Phaedra. This is definitely Tamar Braxton. Y'all, why? Why? The injury, the insult is she clearly didn't like it because she took it off her page after it already had 45,000 likes and a million comments saying that this is Phaedra. If you don't believe me, let me show you guys. This was Gary with the T as
Code. And for me, I represent for all the lyrical transformers out there dropping bars and whatnot. Live from Planet Cybertron, the livest one. You see the logo, what side I'm on. Decepticon is the ops, gots the slaughter lots. Pull up on your block and smash your auto thoughts. Hey. Rumble with Bumblebee. No one can humble me.
Nobody cares.
You got the juice, but I am that Sunny D. Hey. I'm a star, how I'm not gonna shine. Stop all the crime. Peace, y'all, Optimus Rhyme.
Hey. What was that?
but I don't want to be rude. Who is this pretty lady I have sitting next to me?
Well, how the hell am I supposed to beat that?
You better sing, bitch.
I can transform.
Yes, please hit the like button. Yeah. But you guys see, I didn't just make it up. That was her Halloween
We
costume.
can roll out. You know what I mean?
Well, hi, I'm Barbie Noir.
Barbie Black.
Barbie Black.
Okay.
I enjoyed the little Barbie.
Y'all, if y'all didn't believe me, that's her. We got over 400 in the chats. Izada says, "Hey Mims, did you see the Arion Curry go live the other day? She was with Martell and she was cheesing hard and so happy. OMG, she was so happy. It's all over the shade room. I did see it. But I reached out to some of my Love and Marriage Huntsville people and I let them know that was popping off because I was already tired. But yeah, I did see it, and Arion Curry is very, 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 very happy that she is no longer coleslaw. She has been upgraded to macaroni and cheese. She's still not the turkey, but she's not coleslaw anymore. She's a warm dish. That acknowledgement changed some things. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. But yeah, so let's move on to some more foolishness. Because, you know, Tamar and Phaedra, I can't do too much. I want to start with the Claudia Jordan story, but I pre-warned y'all this was going to be foolish. Somebody decided to be them.
What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Claudia Jordan, here with another episode of TGIF. And joining me is my fabulously gay panel of co-hosts. Let's start with Al. What's going on, Mr. Al Reynolds?
What's up, guys? What's up, soulmates? What's up, Claudia? What's up, Funky?
And we are also joined by the ever so funny Funky Dineva. What's going on, Funky?
Hi, soulmates.
I don't even know why I ask anymore, but what you guys drinking? What you sipping on tonight, Al?
Well, you know, I'm away in Dubai today, so I didn't have time to, you know, run to the grocery store, but I'm drinking some buttery Chardonnay that I found in my travel bag.
Okay, and Funky, what you doing over there? What you drinking?
Girl, I am sipping on this Publix lemonade because you know I am unlocking my better self.
Unlocking.
Here we go.
My better self.
What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Claudia Jordan, here with What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Claudia Jordan, here with another episode of TGIF. And joining me is my fabulously gay panel of co-hosts. Let's start with Al. What's going on, Mr. Al Reynolds?
What's up, guys? What's up, soulmates? What's up, Claudia? What's up, Funky?
And we are also joined by the ever so funny Funky Dineva. What's going on, Funky?
Hi, soulmates.
I don't even know why I ask anymore, but what you guys drinking? What you sipping on tonight, Al?
Well, you know, I'm away in Dubai today, so I didn't have time to, you know, run to the grocery store, but I'm drinking some buttery Chardonnay that I found in my travel bag.
Okay, and Funky, what you doing over there? What you drinking?
Girl, I am sipping on this Publix lemonade because you know I am unlocking my better self.
Well, here we go.
He did not need the wig, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's get into these hot topics. And first will be something that Funky knows a lot about because it's infidelity in marriages.
This some good tea tonight. Funky, you better get her.
What married man, girl? That's between me and a married man.
Claudia, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
Well, Funky, you know you can never be a woman like this because you know I got these diamonds. What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Claudia Jordan.
So that brings us to the Claudia Jordan. That brings us to the Claudia. They nailed this down. I don't. It was the hand gestures for me. Al just being messy in the corner. Claudia, the people are saying you might be transphobic. I didn't necessarily see that, but we're about to get into it. So Claudia decided to dress as Miss Kitty. Dwight Howard, what did they call Miss Kitty? I think he said Miss Kitty was old and unattractive and not passable and had on some kitten heels. Sorry, that is what the man who is alleged that Dwight Howard took advantage of him. Claudia decided to dress as Miss Kitty. To be honest, on the surface, I thought it was funny. I mean, I was like, why didn't I think to dress as Miss Kitty? We could have been real foolish. We could have dressed as Miss Kitty and then sent the photo to Dwight Howard. We could be foolish around here. I didn't think anything of it until I started seeing that people were upset. Bingeworthy himself said, why is she so obsessed with? And y'all know Bingeworthy is real nice, but he was talking about trans women. Cal said her bob is folded completely under. That absolutely took me out.
Bob, and I can't. What's wrong with a bob? Something. What is wrong with a bob? Your bob don't look like hers. Hers is tight. She
made her bob now. She made herself a bob.
She had it complete. What's wrong with a bob? Something. What is wrong with a bob?
That was the first thing I talked about. Somebody else said it's a weird costume idea, and she didn't even do it well. Well, Kandi, maybe you can go around Puerto Rico and look for a studio so we can drop some beats. I can't even do my lips like Nene. She been corny. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Now, if he dressed up as them feet, I think it's very messy and insensitive. So people were really upset. I thought it was funny, but people did not particularly like it. They felt like, I believe they said that Funky said that she was transphobic at some point when they were doing their back and forth. I didn't see why this, I mean, now Miss Kitty is damn near a public figure. So, I mean, it's funny. The Fantasia Bob, I'm sorry, Miss Kitty. If this was giving sex, you failed. It didn't have anything to do with trans. If it was a woman born a woman, I would say the same thing. You failed. Fantasia sometimes fails with this wig. I thought it was funny. Claudia, you have a personal assistant, I'm sure. You should have sent her to Ross in the intimate section, just got some type of little negligee, had some black bra straps, a choker, and a... You know how many times now I've been to the wig store? You can find a fanny wig. You could definitely find a fanny wig. You had more of a Baps wig. Y'all remember Baps with Halle Berry? That's what hers was given. It's not too hard to get just a hard swoop. You can find one. You could definitely find one, you know, but on the surface, I didn't see any problems with it. Okay, let's move on to who's La Cienega Boulevard? Who's that? Y'all got to fill me in. Who's that? Is La Cienega another one of Dwight's special friends? They were lazy costumes this year. Oh, okay. Pascal says it wasn't funny because Kitty wasn't trying to be out here like this. Now they are laughing stock, all because Steven who went public. Let me think about that. Okay, so I know this is supposed to be a foolish lie, but let me think about that. If Steven, who alleges that Dwight took advantage of him, if Miss Kitty was part of the take advantage and we find that to be true, I don't mind her being the butt of a joke. If Miss Kitty was also somebody who was taken advantage of in that situation, then it's not funny. But I guess Steven would be the only one. I technically don't know if Miss Kitty was actually in the room when it happened, if he declined. I'll have to get into that. But thank you, Pascal. That's a good point. Let me look into it. I'll look into it and I'll come back. I promise. Let's see. Sean says men can cosplay as women and expect to be thought of as a woman. It's celebrated. A woman dresses up like a dude thinking he's a girl and it's wrong and transphobic. So dumb, so idiotic. Q says, "Nah, friend, that is a season 2 Nene Weeks." I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking.
She made her bob now. She made herself a bob.
She had it completely folded under.
She knew it was coming. What's wrong with a bob? Nothing.
What's wrong with a bob? Something.
Thank you for the super chat, Q. I told you I was going to be foolish. I told you it was going to be foolish today. Okay, so let's move into Keith Lee, because I really wasn't going to run this particular story, but I want to run it now because he is receiving unalive threats. If you don't know, Keith Lee is like a major TikToker. He's a food critic. He's very devout Christian. Keith Lee really doesn't bother anybody. Now, you will be bothered by him if he gives you a bad review, because people really do take his reviews very seriously, because he's going in as a normal person. And technically, you should want normal people to feel great about your restaurant. So if you were giving good service, he would not have a bad review. This dude is as straight-laced as they come.
In my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders?
No, we don't do to-go on the weekends.
Oh, okay, so it's send and dining. Yes. Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate it.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's gonna go eat. They're just gonna come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said an hour to an hour and a half.
Yes, hour and a half.
Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available.
So let's start there. Kandi, I love you, but there's no way that I am going to wait anywhere. I'm talking Michelin grade restaurants. I'm not waiting an hour to an hour and a half for anybody. I've been to Kandi's restaurant twice. I've not had a wait. I think it might have been no wait one time and maybe 15 minutes another. 15 minutes is cool. 30 minutes, you're pushing it. An hour, I'm going to eat somewhere else. I'm a foodie and I get hangry and I'm not really about that life. So, yeah, not an hour and a half. Sorry.
They didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in and we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been.
Y'all, when he zooms in on his nose, I'm like, what is going on? I know it's like a TikTok thing, but that is the most weird thing to me.
Today, she said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how are you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are you looking for as far as wait?
I'm just gonna sit up there like 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait. This all called came. Now it's whoever first come first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're gonna go eat somewhere else, and I said, God bless you, and I walked out.
On second thought, it's okay. We're gonna go eat somewhere else. So I appreciate it, though. For sure. Thank you. God bless you.
Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. I am frustrated. Me and my family just trying to eat food. That's all we trying to do. At the same time, I am frustrated. I understand we are all humans. I do not agree. I do not support. I do not condone shaming this business based on my experience. Like every city we've been to since we've been on food tour, I go to an array of restaurants, from mom and pop shops to staples of the community to super popular to places nobody know about. And Atlanta has definitely been a unique experience.
In other words, Atlanta, y'all got to get it together. I'm trying to think, has anybody ever really tried me in Atlanta? I've tried at like the Waffle House. I was already almost done with my food that night. I mean, my food was ordered and almost prepared. And they kicked everybody to the Waffle House. This was the Waffle House downtown Atlanta, or, midtown, downtown area. And I've never seen a Waffle House with multiple windows so that they can kick you out. So the lady who was serving me was like, no, you don't have to go. But everybody else had to go. Then the manager came out and was like, well, why is he still here? So they the manager put me out. So then that's when I was outside with who's that man with the bouffant? Young Jock. I was outside with Young Jock's, one of his multiple baby mamas, the one who was on the show and was like this with Carly Red. And she was outside, bougie as hell, with no shoes on, outside of a Waffle House. Okay. Atlanta is Atlanta. Jay Wash says, off topic, but I caught that Dr. Heavenly plug. Hopefully we get an interview. Hopefully we do. Thank you guys. A lot of people hit me up and let me know that she had said that. Dr. Heavenly probably wants to shank me. So that interview would have to be virtual because I don't want her and daddy jumping me. Thank you, Jay Wash. And Miss Kiki, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I don't know who you gifted it to. Obi actually hit me up and explained them. So, I guess you gifted it to Trending. Okay, cool. I like Trending. Thank you for that. Q says, Kandi shut the restaurant down. Your restaurant nasty. You need to pressure wash that mother in my Mariah Huck voice. I didn't see, when I went to Old Lady Gang, I didn't see it was dirty. It's like a brick building, right? Oh, Lord. Thank you for the super chat, Q. Trendon says, Mims, Mims, have you eaten at OG? If you haven't, would you try it and give your rating? I did eat there. I ate there twice. I had the shrimp and grits. It was cool to me. It wasn't dirty. I didn't have a wait. But if I was told I would have to wait an hour to hour and a half, I would never have eaten there. I just can't do it. I don't have it in me. But I didn't give a review. I was really on the hunt for Aunt Bertha, but instead I met her nephew. But I wanted, and then him and me sat down and we talked for a while. And I was like, so what about this Bertha thing? Because Kandi already said if I grease her palms, I'm gonna get that interview. And he was like, it ain't gonna happen. And it has not happened. So I'll probably get one from Kandi before I get one from Aunt Bertha. Tremaine Rucker, thank you so much for the super chat or super sticker. I appreciate you. But yeah, I thought the shrimp and grits were pretty good. So then the other restaurant, the Milk and Honey person, apologizes for discrediting Lee's review. He said, today we extend our apologies to all as we address a recent incident that highlighted a review from a high-profile food blogger. In no way were we trying to discredit anyone. If the comments came across as such, kindly accept our apologies. In other words, you got some backlash. It's crucial to always take feedback and make improvements for the success of our business and our community. We've taken time to reflect on the incident, and we have started internal corrective actions with our team regarding communication styles. Y'all had an attitude with two older ladies who went to go get food. You didn't think there'd be a problem because in Atlanta, where you eat brunch or wherever is such a big deal that people will wait. It's foolish. Y'all do not wait. There's always another restaurant open that can seat you, that can accommodate you, that does not have an attitude. You do not have to go where, the status quo go. Truth be told, y'all ain't went to church since y'all discovered Sunday brunch. Brunch came around and Sunday morning church service it was out the door. Y'all got to do better. Brunch is not in lieu of going to service for wherever you worship. But yeah, so let's get to what Kandi had to say, because I made sure to post. This is what he had said initially. You don't go to restaurants for service, you go for food. So he was upset. This is what Kandi said. Hold on.
By our restaurant and trying to show us love. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't serve him and his family. We would have loved to, okay? But he's right. We don't take to-go orders on the weekends. And the simple reason is because we do love and appreciate the people who come and support our restaurant. On the weekends, we get a lot of community support, people in our city that show up for us, as well as a lot of people from out of town. So with that being said, we don't want to overwhelm our kitchen by having to, have such long times for the people who are actually at the restaurant. plus having to do to-go orders, because obviously that would make the wait times even longer. So that's the reason for that. For those of you, I saw a couple of people was like, why wouldn't they take to-go orders? Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl,
So y'all
Kandi,
know I
and
love
I'm
Kandi,
about to speak on
but
it. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to speak on it. I really just wanted to say I do appreciate Keith Lee for stopping by our restaurant and trying to show us love. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't serve him and his family. We would have loved to, okay? But he's right. We don't take to-go.
I feel like Kandi, don't respond, or if you're going to respond point by point. We get it. You don't take to-go orders, but that wasn't the only thing he said. He said that nobody took down a name or anything like that. So how would they know about the 1.5 hour wait when it was actually your turn? And I think people have said that they ask you to just kind of like wait in your car and stuff like that. So there are a few things. Apparently OLG is still an extremely popping restaurant. So we need to know, did you get that generator? Because what did Bertha say? I'll be damned if I'm ever sitting in a restaurant and there's no lights. B, make sure you got an actual wait list, an actual person who can handle the crowd, explain what's going on, and make sure that you are getting people in and out as proficiently while still having customer service as possible, while still having good customer service as possible. I don't feel like she addressed enough in her response. Like I probably just would not have responded. But I'm sure we're going to see some of this on Kandi in the Game, because I think they said that show is coming back. But I love you, Kandi, but this was not it. This felt like something that you just touched on a couple minor things when there were like more issues that he addressed. And if you're going to take the time to respond, you got to respond fully. Fair is fair. But on to him getting, and then Cardi said this. Cardi B says she agrees with Keith Lee's Atlanta food review, admits she sometimes name drops herself to get good service. ATL restaurants don't like to make money. They don't like people. Y'all, that's sad as hell. Honestly, that is extremely sad to think that this is just known in and around Atlanta. Let me see. I wanted to show you guys one more thing. Where is it? Okay, so All True Tea. Shout out to All True Tea. I really like Monique and her blog. I use her blog all the time, so check her out on Instagram. I wanted to show y'all one more thing in this controversy, because now he's getting death threats. Okay, here we go.
Every restaurant that me and my family go to, we were either A, invited by the restaurant themselves, or B, was told about the restaurant 100+ times from locals, from people who mention me, from people who email me, DM me. 99% of the time, I never go to a random restaurant. With that being said, my opinion was asked for. So many narratives being pushed, and it's insane to me. But let's be honest, what else do you want from me? If I go to a bunch of restaurants and have a string of good experiences, then I'm being too nice, I'm lying, the narrative is being pushed that my eye roll is fake, and I'm lying just to help people. Then on the same hand, if I go to 2 or 3 restaurants where I don't have the best experience, now I'm tearing down businesses, now I'm being mean, now I need to shut up, I need to mind my business, I need to sit down. Again, I can't win for losing. I understand everybody gonna have an opinion on the situation. You can disagree with me, you cannot like what I say. Completely understand, I'm okay with that. But when my safety and my family safety start coming into play, that's where I draw the line at. But what can't happen is with my family or the restaurants or anybody's safety start coming into play. It's absolutely overboard. Especially when I was asked to give my opinion. Because you telling me my opinion only matter if it's positive. Because if it's positive, you got my face plastered on the wall and you saying Keith Lee been here. But if it's negative, I need to sit down somewhere and you don't know who I am. That's crazy to me. It was so much positive that happened in Atlanta that was shunned by the negative. It was so many restaurants we was blessed enough to help. We went to an array of restaurants like we always do at every city. I'm going to be 100% transparent, 100% candid. Me and my family will postpone touring if other cities going to be like this. Every review not going to be the best. I'm going to be 100% honest.
No, man, if that's how you're making your money, I would not suggest doing that. Unless he's independently wealthy some other way. You have 1 million people on Instagram, so you're technically an influencer. And if you're traveling with your family and you're paying for all this all the time, I don't think that that would be smart. But the blogs are blaming Kandi's fans. Now, as a fan of Kandi, I don't appreciate that. nobody knows who's giving this man death threats. Now, a lot of times when people say I'm getting death threats, I'm like, I don't believe him. This is a full man of God. I definitely feel like he is telling the truth. And I don't like that the blogs are running the story as if it was Kandi. He has 14 million. Well, damn. 14 million on TikTok or 14 million on Insta? Because I went to his Insta and I thought it was like 1 million, but I don't follow him on TikTok. But either way it goes, Miss Kiki, however much he has, it would be dumb to let a couple stupid people really get him like that. Kale Green says, as a fellow foodie, I'd love to watch your food reviews. That would be cool. There are a lot of places in ATL that need attention. Maybe next time I go, I'll do a food review or two. I do eat out a lot I eat out a lot every day, to be honest with you guys. I eat out way too much. That's where my money goes. Food, cupcakes, liquor. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kel. Mickey S379 says, I can only speak to my experience. I've only experienced this type of stuff at Black restaurants in ATL, not at other ethnicities establishments. I mean, and if that's what your experience is, I would never take that from you. I do feel an obligation to support Black-owned restaurants. I try to eat at 2 Black-owned restaurants at least a month just to, support my community. But if that's your experience in ATL, I can't say that you haven't. I just have never had to wait an hour and a half for any place, ATL or otherwise. Thank you, Mickey. Sassy Girl says, that restaurant is not all that for them to be threatening him. Thank you. Oh, my God. I don't know how there was multiple restaurants that got bad reviews, but I don't know why the blogs are running it as if it was just Kandi's fans the backlash. Kandi didn't even come at him crazy like the Milk and Honey person did initially before, retreating. But, that's neither here nor there. Stop blaming Kandi's people. Crystal says, I'm not supported being treated badly. Don't care what color you are. I agree with that. It's your money and you should support and, go to those restaurants and places that really want your money and want to have good professional service. Have I been to Kandi's restaurant? No, I didn't know she had a restaurant. Not the Nene stands are blaming the Kandi fans. Celebrities are more important than broke ninjas. If that's the way a restaurant treats you, like the celebrity is more important and your money does not spend the same way, then don't go to that restaurant. For real. For real. We got like 1,100 in the chat, but I think we only got like 200 likes. No, we're at 300 likes, but we should be at 600. So definitely hit that like button, people. It's a free way to support the channel. Let's move on to Ebony K. Williams. And we got one more Claudia story, I think, before we move on there. Claudia was talking about Claudia and Ebony, actually. I'll find it before we go. But apparently, Ebony K. Williams and Bethany are going head to head. And I'm here for every moment of it. Where is it? Okay, found it. It says Ebony responds to Bethany. Now, actually, let me show you this one first. Ebony K. Williams, F. Bethany Frankel. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, we'll share this one. It says Ebony K. Williams isn't interested in Bethany Frankel's reality reckoning. The Real Housewives of New York City alum Ebony K. Williams has no plans to return to Bravo, but she also has no interest in joining Bethany Frankel's proposed reality TV union. She said, F Bethany Frankel, she told Vanity Fair when asked whether she's interested in teaming up with Frankel. You think I'm going to let some white girl speak for me with my experience with a multi-billion-dollar corporation? Williams and Frankel both participated in an expose published by the outlet on Monday. Along with fellow alum Leah McSweeney, the duo detailed their alleged experience at Bravo over the years. I was a prostitute at the highest rate possible and was aware that there was a transaction that was happening and that I was going to benefit from it, Frankel claimed. So you were laying it low and spreading it wide for Bravo? Okay, Bethany. Bethany did not like that Ebony K. Williams said F you, so then she decided to share this. It was the exchange that they had on Instagram. This is Ebony K. Williams to her. We met on a private flight from Palm Beach to NYC a couple of years ago. Just thanking you for your consistently using your platform for tangible change. Bethany responds, wow, I never saw this. Thanks, and I'm sorry so late. And then she says, just recently, do you have a minute? Ebony K. Williams was pissed, and I don't blame her for why she was mad. You're using this particular screen grab to try to say what? That she was on your jock? If you'll think about this, back in 2020, Bethany was actually using her platform for good. Everything that she was doing was about charity work and helping people and going to, countries that were war-torn or it just had some type of natural disaster and giving them money. So Ebony K. Williams is basically giving her flowers in real time. She's now trying to use it to say that this black woman was on her job. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I think it's right out of the Bethany handbook. You know good and goddamn well why that woman was saying that to you. But let's get into it. It said, Bethany Frankel claps back at Ebony K. Williams for telling her to F off. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Oh, maybe it wasn't on this one. But I just told you guys the story. Basically, she feels like Bethany used this and she should not have because it wasn't anything to do with a reckoning or being friends. It was just to say you use your platform for good, and I'm recognizing that. Bethany also had a lot to say about the other women. Y'all know I don't like Bethany at this point, so it is what it is.
Kandi, who are currently employed there, saying if there was something wrong that they did to her, she's a strong woman, she can handle herself, and she would say something. Erica Jane saying,
why are you mentioning Kandi, ma'am? Is there a problem with Kandi saying that she's a strong woman and if she had seen something, she would say something? If your experience is different than Kandi's, get off Kandi's jock.
saying something very similar. These women aren't helping other women. They all know what we're talking about. We've all seen it. And when the music turns on us and it's bad for us, that's when we get really upset. When Kyle has to take.
Like when you had your liquor out. Let me see if I can find the clip. That would be like when you, Bethany, got information that was not on the show about Luann's then husband cheating on her. You had a scene where you told her, pretended that you were just so drunk so that you could show the world your liquor. Let me see. It's a gift. It's this thing. This scene after she told, because I watched New York. I was a faithful New York fan. It was this scene after she told Luann that her husband had been cheating on her at some nice hotel and making out with the woman, and she had the photos. This was right after Luann had gotten married. You just so happened to have your liquor right there in the scene. No, this was you producing the show from the show. So all of these things that you are alleging that the other women are doing or going through, you were a part of the machine. You didn't just out of the kindness of your heart decide to start doing this. This Vanity Fair article, the wheels were already in motion. You just wanted to be the face of it because technically nobody else cares about anything that you do outside of the Real Housewives.
Take antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds, or when Sonia's taking pills, or when Raquel's going to an emotional health facility. Like, only when the music turns really bad on you do you then feel what I'm talking about. But if you could turn it back and get the shit to slap on somebody else, and then you can make more money, you don't want to betray the realm and the leaders of this cult because you want to make the money.
You took the girls who you are alleging to have drinking problems to the place where tequila is made in Mexico so that you could promote the tequila that you used for your business. You weren't concerned about their drinking habits then. I just, oh, this woman is so like pious. I can't.
To come out publicly to act like they don't know this is happening, it's not true. And about this reality reckoning, now you have a lot of housewives coming out and awkwardly speaking for the realm. You have Leah Black, who acted like she didn't understand what I was talking about in doing this. Luann, who also, she's had a wonderful, pleasant experience and nothing's ever gone wrong. You know, like not like when they exploited her affairs or when she went to jail or when she was drinking or when that was all on the show.
Or when her fiance cheated and you let her know on the show. You produced the show. That's why they paid you the big bucks.
Or when people like Kandi, who are currently employed there, saying if there was something wrong that they did to her, she's a strong woman, she can handle herself, and she would say something. Eric,
are you trying to say that she's not a strong woman? Because unlike you, Kandi came into this show with money, is gonna leave out with money. You were on the come up. Your castmates were paying your bills, and you shitted on them, basically. Just saying. Just saying. LY says, Bethany gives me narc vibes. I'm glad to catch you live today. Thanks. She definitely gives me a lot. Bethany gives me diarrhea. When I have to listen to her go on, and then I have to report on the story, bubble guts. That's she's eternally constipated, and having to listen to her gives people diarrhea. Yeah. It's upset. Milk of magnesia. That's her nickname. Okay. Leave Kandi out of it. Let's get into some more foolishness. Ramona Singer. Ramona Singer has not only been removed from BravoCon, she has been fired from her job. Ramona Singer used the N-word and said most Black people don't have present fathers. That was your existence. Every 2 minutes, your older ass is crying about the fact that you have mommy and daddy issues all of the time. You hated your mom, blah, blah, blah. They didn't do right by you. You got the hell out of that small town as quickly as you could. Blah, 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 blah. But Black people don't have present fathers, and neither did you. Are you Black? Just saying. I'm just like, and I believe her. I believe everything about her. I believe everything that they are saying about her. This woman has called Latin people the servants, the help. She has pooped on the floor and knew that she pooped on the floor and left it so that the staff could clean it up. This woman is trash. She spends her time trying to snap pictures with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. She's been all over the place trying to find a new man. Give it up. We're tired. We're tired. But okay, let me show you this. It says Ramona Singer axed from her real estate job at Douglas Element amid Bravo controversy. Real Housewives of New York star Ramona Singer has been axed from her job at Douglas Elliman, sources say. A source told us that Singer was fired from the gig on Tuesday. The reality star has been embroiled in controversy this week. In the piece, it was alleged that Singer had used the N-word in conversation with a Black crew member doing Housewives production. So you're telling a Black person that your Black people don't have present fathers? Look at her. Just the face of beauty. The lengthy bombshell feature claims Singer's alleged use of the racial slur resulted in a complaint at her show's production and parent company Shed Media. But Singer denied using the slur at the time, and the results from the internal investigation were inconclusive. Now, that is one thing I fault Bravo for. Y'all know good and goddamn well that this woman said it, but they didn't want to tank the show. Unfortunately, it did tank the show. I don't think the ratings were that great anyway. To be honest with you, Leah McSweeney was horrible on the show. I initially liked Ebony K. Williams on the show, but I felt like she's one of those people who is too poised for this type of show. You put a beautiful, younger Black woman in the mix with women who talk about the fact that they One of them is a squirter, and they call each other whores, and they fall off in bushes. And Ramona, sleeps with all of the people that her friends slept with. Like, it's just one big VD party over in New York, and Ebony was too poised for the show. I'll never forget, Leah was calling them all whores. She was like, "You're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe." And and Ebony was having a conversation right at the same table where what's her name is saying, "You're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe." And Ebony said, "I'm the most educated here." And they were so insulted that this black woman said she was the most educated, even though technically at that table, she was the most educated. She'd been to school the longest. She was actually an attorney. But they were offended by that, not being called hoes. She was the wrong fit for that show because it was a lot of trash on New York. But the point is, this trash is jobless now, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad one iota that she's jobless. It could not have happened to to a better person that she lost her job. Y'all, I wanted to show you one more quick thing. And it is your girl Khloe blackfishing. So here we go. Khloe Kardashian has decided to blackfish for a little. Well, she's been doing it, but now she did it for Halloween. This woman has never been this dark complected. In fact, I know she allegedly has some Middle Eastern in her. We know she's had a lot of black in her, but this lady is definitely not this skin tone. It's giving Erica Mena. I don't like it. And why to be a Bratz doll? You're blonde-haired and blue-eyed naturally. Would you need to put this much bronzer on? Newsflash, this is not going to get Tristan back. Being black does not keep Tristan. Your money keeps Tristan. Now, he will still cheat on you, but if he sees you looking like a black woman, he will definitely leave you, like all of the other black women in his wake. And don't be a black woman with some melanin. Nope. He's definitely not going to be sleeping at her house tonight. You would have to be whiter to keep his interest. Just saying. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I told y'all it was going to be good and foolish tonight. And I think we achieved that. I'm going to see you guys later. Have a good one.